Today we're going to take a look at the Yeti Tundra 45 versus the Grizzly 40. So with the Yeti Tundra 45, you're not necessarily getting 45 quarts. It's actually 37 quarts that you're getting with the Yeti Tundra 45, whereas with the Grizzly 40, you are in fact getting 40 quarts. So right off the bat, one might assume that you're getting 45 quarts with the Yeti Tundra 45, but with all Yeti coolers, it's merely a size or a model number, not necessarily a size or quart capacity. So again, keep that in mind. With the Grizzly 40, you're getting 3 quarts more than a Yeti Tundra 45. Yeti versus one of our top read articles on coolersonsale.com. So we want to do a quick review showing you the differences of these two coolers. And I think one of the reasons that this is the top read cooler article on coolersonsale.com is because of the price difference. With the Yeti Tundra 45, you're paying about $445, whereas with a Grizzly 40, you're paying about $305. So about $140 more for 3 quarts less. But again, it's coming down to that Yeti name versus a Grizzly name, and I'm not sure that it should come down to that, because Grizzly are actually made in the USA, whereas Yeti are made in the USA as well as the Philippines. So you never know which side you're getting, whether you're getting a Philippine made cooler or a USA made cooler. Right off the bat, you'll notice a difference in the way that these coolers look. The latch system on the Yeti is a T-Rex ball latch system that you have here, and on the Grizzly you have what they call a bear claw latch system. Very similar principle, but instead of a ball going around a latch, you're getting a rectangular rubber piece around a rectangular outside peg. On the inside of these coolers, you're going to notice the same freezer grade gasket on the interior. That's going to keep the warm air out and the cool air in. On the interior of these coolers, they look very similar. The Yeti looks to be a little bit wider and longer, versus the Grizzly seems to be a little bit taller. And another point worth noting is the weight. The Yeti is about 27.5 pounds, whereas the Grizzly is 22 pounds. So about 5 pounds less on the Grizzly, and in fact 3 quarts more than the Yeti. Also present on the Grizzly is this little sandwich tray included. That's nice to keep your sandwiches or anything you don't want to potentially get wet in the cooler dry. Then that just sets on the inside ridge and keeps anything that you want to keep dry. On the outside, you'll notice rope handles on both coolers, slightly different on the Yeti, just a nylon piece of rope. With the Grizzly, you're getting a molded piece of rubber. It's actually shaped to fit your hand, and a canvas piece covering the nylon rope. That is a rope handle under there, but at least a canvas piece of fabric to protect it. And on the Yeti, it's just a cylinder. No molded shape to your hand, just a round piece of plastic. The drain holes is a big difference on these two coolers. On the Yeti 45, you're getting a 1-inch drain hole with a small drain field, and on the Grizzly, you're actually getting a 2-inch drain hole with a large drain field coming all the way down to force that liquid out when it's just sitting still. This is one of my favorite parts of the Grizzly 40, and that is that 2-inch drain hole. When you want to get water out, it's coming out quick. It is a huge drain hole, one of the biggest on all of the roto molded coolers. Again, a big difference that you'll notice on the lid of these two coolers is the presence of a ruler on the Grizzly and the absence of it on the Yeti. So at least you're getting a built-in 22-inch ruler on the Grizzly 40, and you're not getting that on the Yeti 45. Both solid made coolers, both have outside holes to lock this if you want to lock it down with a master lock or something like that to keep people from getting into your cooler. Both solid made coolers. Again, 3 quarts more with the Yeti, or with the Grizzly 40 compared to the Yeti 45. So keep that in mind, and about $140 less for the Grizzly. One last note is a lifetime warranty that you're getting with the Grizzly. Lifetime warranty versus a 5-year warranty on the Yeti, and again, a much cheaper price point. So keep that in mind. For a more detailed look at Grizzly versus Yeti, be sure to visit coolersonsale.com, where we have a full write-up, and be sure to stay tuned for our 5-day ice challenge, where we compare the Grizzly versus the Yeti versus the Eagle versus the Pelican, and see just how long these coolers can maintain ice against each other. 5-day ice challenge for the Yeti Tundra 45. Again, 37 quarts on this cooler. Held up better than I expected and longer than I expected against some of these other high-end roto-molded coolers. We just drained the water out and you saw inside we have a little bit of ice. I would anticipate this goes another day, just about another day worth of ice in here. Drained nicely, no water is left in the bottom, it's just ice. So right now I could say that the Yeti Tundra 45 can definitely make it 5 days of use, and I would anticipate it would go maybe 6 or possibly 7 days of use if you're not really using it intensely. But this has been the results for the Yeti Tundra 45 on the 5-day ice challenge. All right, results for the Grizzly 40 quart cooler. After 5 days, it made it exactly 5 days. As you just saw, there was literally 1 or 2 little slivers of ice left in there, and this is the beginning of the 5th day. So the Grizzly made it about exactly 5 days with holding ice and 6 sodas. You saw the drain, a massive 2-inch drain here. All the water came gushing out. There's no water left inside because the slope drain field in it works really nice to actually drain all the liquid out. So again, just about 5 days exactly for the Grizzly quart when participating in the coolersonsale.com 5-day ice challenge.